Hey everybody. Um, so I had to take a minute before I did this video. Um, and collect my thoughts because in some ways I'm not sure where I've been, but I know exactly what I saw. Today was much more profound. Actually, let me start here. Welcome to day 4. Side note, it is day 4. I messed up on the last video. I said day 4. That was day 3. This is day 4. Yes, I'm in the same shirt as like 2 days ago. It's like my favorite shirt now. Anyways. I had to like collect my thoughts because I don't even know. Let me start with how I felt. So, I think I'm figuring out how to do this a little bit easier. In case I didn't explain how to do this, I can't remember if I did or not. There's something you're trying to achieve. Sorry, I'm so snotty from crying. Where we're pushing spinal fluid up into your brain. You're supposed to theoretically like get your brain out of your body. So you're squeezing muscles as you inhale. And so I think I'm like starting to figure out where it's not just like right kind of thing. And where it's feeling a little bit easier this time. Today felt the easiest out of all of them, with still getting the same effect as like the second day. I didn't feel as out of it. I explained in the first video, like I explained in the first video. But my brain was definitely, like that. Or my mind, whatever you want to say, my mind. So this was kind of what I was talking about yesterday, where I felt like my brain was kind of fighting me. Didn't feel that so much this time. At first I was trying not to think about it, but I was sort of like, oh, not again. Excuse me. Because I was in some ways aware of my body. Like, I felt heavy, almost like I'd left my meat suit behind. But I was also like aware of it. I'm not sure if I'm explaining this right at all. Like I said, this one was like, this experience was still similar to my first couple times I did it, but also like I can tell that I'm progressing. Does that make sense? So I did notice, so there's a gap from the time, because you do this breathing technique like 5 times. I think it's like 5 or 6 times. And then there's quite a bit of time. I feel like there's like 10-15 minutes where you're just, it's kind of like purgatory, where you're just kind of in between. And I think it was there. Oh God, I wish I could remember now. At some point, I just felt I could sort of see this. I usually have my eye mask on. I forgot it this time, but it's still like you can kind of see. It's not, I guess you can't tell. It's not terribly light out. Like, I got a bunch of trees here, and I have no extra lighting on. This is just from outside. And it was just sort of like this across my vision, like this. And it was so beautiful. Like, I could just see it. the imagery I could see. And it was almost like, it sounds so crazy to describe this. If you could see, I don't know why I'm getting emotional with this. It's almost like, so like on your TV, like there's waves, right? And then how whatever happens, you see the picture on your screen, right? Like, to get from here to there, there's just all these waves that we can't see. And it just sort of felt like I was seeing them. So weird. I can't believe I'm getting emotional over this. So weird. And it was like I could see them, and they were trying to like change into something I could understand. But like, just even watching it, it was like unbelievable. It was so crazy. And I was really just trying to like, really relax and just enjoy it at the same time, And it's sort of like, if you see lightning, that's like what like that big one was. But if you're this is so weird, like little skinny lightning, but not even sharp. It was just sort of, literally how like little like waves, and it was just, I don't even know how else to describe it. But it was so crazy. And then he started talking again, about getting into like, what does your first potential look like? Which, still the same. This is my big one. My second one, I changed because it is something I want, and I feel like it's much easier for it to transpire. But like, I didn't feel it in my soul, And I'm like really like, even like 3D stuff, when I worked in retail, like if I can't get behind a product, I had a hard time selling it. I really did. So even this, like if it doesn't feel right, I have a hard time getting to that place. And so, like I said, I do want it, but there's something about this didn't feel right. So I've been trying to think kind of off and on all day what I should go with. And I just decided to keep it really simple. Not like the suggestion he gives is like an out-of-body experience. Something I'm just kind of wondering about. And it's super easy. It would be super easy for the universe to even just start showing me little flashes, And I connected to that almost as strong as my first one, but kind of in a different way. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it in a way without getting too personal, so I'm just gonna kind of leave it there, I think. But I very much connected to it. So it'll be fun and exciting to see how this shows itself, even when it's little, little breadcrumbs, as I call them. Before I go, I would like to add my big one. Universe is definitely throwing out little synchronicities, and the last couple of days it's been super fun. There's certain ones where I was kind of like, that seems kind of obvious, but it's still pretty fun to see it. But I've just been seeing them everywhere today. And like, like really unexpected places. So it was super fun today to really see all that. Oh, as far as keeping, this going, even like when I'm at work, like being that new person, I feel like I did better today. I was able to catch myself a few times throughout the day and, change. And I don't feel like I got to a place where I was like super relaxed. Maybe relax isn't the right word. Or just like when you're in that really good space for manifesting, like joyful, aligned, like all that. I don't feel like I got there really, but I do feel like I stopped some of that like negative stuff and like that old person I'm trying to like step away from. So I feel like I was, a step in the right direction today. So I feel really good about that. Is there something else I want to say? I don't even know. Okay, now I don't remember. Oh, I know. Now I know. And I think that's really important for me to acknowledge because today was kind of a rough day. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad really, but something kind of went down, and I was just kind of like, well, just kind of it kind of dampened my spirits a little bit, I guess. And it's funny, I didn't realize, I knew it was coming, Mercury retrograde, and I didn't realize it started today, so also kind of happened, and I had finally been on my phone like on a lunch break, and I saw it, and I went, yeah, that makes sense. Um, so I'm just gonna kind of roll with it. I still feel like this is a good habit or discipline for me to do because you can still link discipline and mindset to Mercury retrograde. That's going to be a separate video. I can do a different video for that. But I still feel like, they'll tell you not to start things really. Like that's kind of the main, like, thing. But I still feel like this is a really good thing to do because it will still help me work with Mercury retrograde. So, what a night. What a night. But I almost feel like I'm going to look forward to it tomorrow. And I think that's a really big deal because I mentioned in the last video that this is not something I look forward to because it does challenge your brain. It is intense. It's not a relaxing meditation in general. So it does challenge you. So, but this one, there was something about this one today, and I think it's maybe changing that second potential that I'm just really, really excited to see again. So, I will leave it here. So, that's it for day 4. I am very pleased with how it went today. And just in general, I think I'm doing a really good job. Never forget, especially if this is a new thing and you're working around like long days like I do. I don't have much evening time. And you're still doing it and you're still working through it. Like I said, it's not fun. I hadn't been looking forward to it. And you're still doing it. Always remember to give yourself credit and to tell yourself you're doing a good job. Because whether it's you did one day, you took that first step, or even if you just have 2 days, or you did, whatever, you're doing a good job. Whoever needs to hear this too. And whether it was a good day or you assigned it as a bad day, you did the best you could. And tomorrow's a new day. So start over tomorrow And I will talk to you guys tomorrow.